Ding dong, the Wish is dead. Wish is no longer an admin of Skeet. Yup, the guy who has been selling invites for over 7 years and banning and unbanning people for money. There's not a single person alive that didn't already know this, except Esoteric apparently. The story is that Esoteric demoted Wish from admin to regular user because he found out Wish was selling invites and doing all the shady stuff behind his back. Esoteric would have to be the biggest moron ever to actually not be aware of this. I know he's barely online and he has a life and stuff, but come on. So obviously that's not true. What actually happened was Wish got a bit too greedy. Wish would sell invites and split the money with Eso, but he would only split it sometimes. If Wish sold 20 invites in a week, he'd split maybe 5 of those with Eso. In other words, he was keeping most of the money for himself and only sometimes splitting the money. As for the money he got when he unbanned and banned people for money, who knows if Esoteric was even aware of that? I find it hard to believe he wasn't. But there is, of course, a chance that Wish kept this to himself so he wouldn't have to split the money. Wish probably thought to himself, why should I split the money when I'm doing most of the work? I'm the one talking to people, I'm the one getting the money sent, and I'm the one with multiple sellers working for me, while Esoteric just gets free money not only from the people buying subs, but also from invites and everything. So Esoteric got angry that Wish was stealing money from him and treating him like an idiot. So he removed all his privileges, and then later just straight up banned him. It's funny because a few years ago, Eso made that big post where he was thanking Wish for being such a good friend and taking care of Skeet while he was gone, only for him to later find out that Wish had been keeping most of the money for himself. Eso has made millions from Skeet, so it's not like he's hurting for money or anything, but having one of your so-called best friends steal money from you and lie to your face is unforgivable. If you're wondering how no one ever told Esoteric that Wish wasn't just selling a few invites here and there, well, your guess is as good as mine. Apparently, none of the beta members ever once mentioned this, probably because they were all terrified of getting banned by Wish. So with everyone scared to speak up and Eso never being online, it's actually not that hard to believe that Eso never found out just how many invites Wish was selling and how many people Wish was unbanning for money and vice versa. Eso barely does anything anymore. Sapphirus codes the cheat and has been the coder for years. Sapphirus does 95% of the work, Cloud does 4%, and maybe Eso does 1%. And even that's a stretch. Esoteric literally does not give a shit about Counter-Strike or HVH. He's not keeping up with the meta or exploits or anything. So with Wish banned and gone forever, there's one more person I have to talk about. Sigma, who was Wish's butt buddy for years. No one kissed Wish's ass more than Sigma. So obviously, Sigma knew everything Wish was doing, and this is probably why he's in hot water now and hiding with his tail tucked between his legs. Sigma was known for banning everyone for anything. If you even insulted him, he'd get you banned. He was basically a Reddit moderator who power trips because, for once, he actually has some power over people. And it's not like real life, where everyone makes fun of him. So with GameSense under new management, which is weird to say since Esoteric was the owner the entire time but did absolutely nothing, all of the unfair bans that Wish and Sigma did are now being lifted. If you were unjustly banned from Skeet, then you can open a ticket and make your case. They've been unbanning tons of people left and right. The chokehold that Wish and Sigma had is gone. Sigma had a deep personal hatred for me for some reason. He banned my 3rd Skeet account and got my friends banned just for being friends with me. Must suck when your entire identity revolves around being able to ban someone from a video game cheat. Always remember that karma is real and Jesus is God. Everything always comes to light. You can lie and sneak around, but you will eventually be caught and face justice.